Hi, my name's Bliss. I'm a male stripper here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going over in this video tips and warning signs when hiring a stripper online, whether it be independently or through a company or agency. It is sometimes difficult to know who to trust on the internet, much less an independent stripper or stripper company on the internet. Here are some red flags to look out for so you don't get scammed. First, let's take a look at the photos of the dancers to choose from. Does the agency post the same photos in multiple cities? Meaning this, you can go to Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, and LA, and if they have the exact same photos in every single city, most likely they're a bait and switch company. That meaning that you're going to pick a dancer off their website and you're not going to get that dancer to your door. They're posting supermodel photos to lure you in, and actually all they do is match skin color and sometimes hair color, and you get somebody completely different to your door. Avoid these companies, because most likely if you're paying $200 to $250 for a dancer to come to your door that could be in New York and you're in Atlanta, a plane ticket usually costs that much, and I doubt the dancer's flying down for free. So be leery. Also, does the agency have outdated photos that look like they're from the 80s or 90s? There's a lot of old companies out there that have been doing this for a minute. They may have started out with legitimate photos on their website, but either which way, they have not changed their photos since they put that website up. Ways to tell this: if they're glamour shots, big hair, outdated outfits, funny looking clothing that you wouldn't see in this day and age. So just be cautious of that. If they look outdated, most likely it's a bait and switch company. Does the agency have all flawless and too good to be true profile pictures on their website? Meaning this: if every single dancer on there looks flawless and it doesn't look like there's a thing wrong with them, or they don't have a variety of dancers like tattoos, different colored hair, a wide variety of different traits, and they just look all too perfect to be true, I would say about 95 to 99% chance that it's a bait and switch company. Or they're just very, very picky in their dancers and do very good Photoshop. So just be cautious in that, because usually a lot of these companies will pay for stock photos. They own the photos, but they post them on their website, and they just send a girl out that looks remotely like her. So it could be a good thing or it could be a catastrophe. So just be cautious of that as well. Does the agency have pictures of dancers you've never seen or heard of before in your local area? If you're really hip with the dancers in your local area, like you go to male reviews, strip clubs, or you've seen a few strippers come to like your friend or family's birthday or bachelor or bachelorette parties, if you know these dancers by name or their dancer name, and most of these dancers, if they work for one company, they usually work for them all, so they get more bookings, of course. So if there's not like a flash or fire or thunder, a stripper that you really know in your area, and you don't see them on that website, there could be a high chance that it's a bait and switch company. A lot of companies will, post real dancers from one city. They'll post in every city. So, if it's, Oklahoma City, or, New York, they'll post those same pictures, all over. And if you haven't heard of Titus in your area, most likely it's a bait and switch as well. So just be careful. Does the agency not have a live operator that you can speak with over the phone? That should be common sense, really. I would never purchase anything on the web to where I'm agreeing to pay an individual once they arrive $200 to $300. like a dancer, if I'm not going to have a few questions answered by a live operator, somebody over the phone, and also, I mean, if something goes wrong, who am I supposed to, how do I get a hold of somebody? If I can't call a direct number off the website and not an automated system answer or answering recorder that nobody's going to return my call, if I can't get a hold of a live person, if my dancer's supposed to be there at 8 p.m. and they don't show up, if I'm calling and calling, I can't get a hold of anybody, how is my problem going to get solved? That could be a big red flag indicator not to go with that company. They could be bait and switch, or they could just not care anything about customer service. So, I mean, just be careful, because if you want your money back, if you want to file a complaint or a discount because your dancer did something inappropriate, broke something, was super late, or never showed up, just emailing them that, you're going to have to go through a long process of filing a complaint through the Better Business Bureau. And why do that when you could just stick with a company that you can talk to over the phone? So I'd avoid, companies that you can't talk to a live operator. Okay, does the agency take online bookings by credit card or transactions by credit card over the phone? Most companies, in order to get a merchant service to run credit cards on, you have to have a tax ID. To have a tax ID, you have to have a business license, meaning that you have to jump through hoops to be pre-approved. And also in the entertainment industry, it's really hard to find a merchant service provider that's going to stick with you. So most likely, if it's somebody using Square or some normal little credit card processor off their iPhone or something, I wouldn't go with that. If they can't run a credit card, there's no way to trace them if they do rip you off, because you have to use a tax ID number, social security number. That's a traceable way to find out who ripped you off. So do not do business through anybody that cannot run a credit card, because that's a guaranteed source and connection to the business, so you can file a complaint or press charges if they did steal your money. Okay, and does the agency not have a Facebook, Twitter, or social media site to where real and legitimate reviews, testimonials, and party pictures are posted and can be viewed? Social media is big now. So, I mean, if a company is just posting the reviews on their website and they don't have anything legitimate that is posted by real individuals that have a real first and last name on Facebook, family and friends, and a real life that you can view who posted that testimonial or review, I mean, anybody can post whatever they want on their own website. If they don't have a social media, most likely they're a bait and switch company. I mean, you should be able to go on a company's social media site and see people posting good or bad reviews. If you don't see any reviews by real people, then what are you to go off of? Just what flashy website and, promotional, bright and shiny pictures and deals off a website? I mean, a lot of people want to hear about reviews. There's companies out there that have the stars, that have the ratings. When I go shopping, I like to hear about a product by real people before I purchase it. If it's going to fall apart, or if the company is not going to follow through, or they don't provide the dancers you choose, they do bait and switch, I want to know that. How am I going to find that? I'm going to find real people posting real reviews. Social media is key for that. That's why it's so huge now in this day and age. Okay, going through most of these national agencies and local independent dancers can be dangerous and a total catastrophe for you, the maid of honor, your party, all the guests and attendants, and it could totally ruin your party altogether. Something like this could ruin a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity such as the bachelor, bachelorette, or birthday party. Memories can be shattered and ruined by being ripped off. Everybody knows that. And they are liable to just take your money and run. And there's never a guarantee when you hire a stripper through an online posting, social media networking site, Craigslist, or any other classified ad online. Don't get scammed. Some of these entertainers will ask for some or all the money up front before even arriving to your party. Our customers have disclosed many of their horror stories of trying to use independent advertising dancers online in the past and say they will never go that route again. Be cautious of companies that do not require any deposit on a credit card. Also consider without deposit, the company has very little obligation to provide you an entertainer in the first place. You can't basically file a complaint for a service you never paid for. If you did not pay a deposit, you can't file a complaint, you can't get a refund, you're just out of luck. Somebody promised you a dancer, no dancer arrived, well, what did you pay them for their services? You say nothing. What do you have to argue on? You paid nothing, you got nothing. So keep that in mind. Also, all cash upon arrival bookings generally have a high last-minute cancellation from the company or dancer. Please do your research before spending your hard-earned money. I know I do. So I hope this has really helped out. You know, I'm an entertainer. I like to do good business. I like for my clients to be happy when I show up and I'm the dancer they ordered, versus, you know, them. I've been booked out to a African American party and I'm Latino and Italian. I'm obviously not African American. Some of the agencies I work for couldn't even match up my skin color for a party. So, you know, it could be a lot worse. You know, you could totally get somebody that is not even stripper material and totally crash your whole party and your whole experience. So please do your research. I hope this little video has helped in teaching you a few tips of the trade and tips and warning signs of how to go about picking an independent stripper or even a stripper agency online. Alright, thank you.